As you begin the new school year, I'd like you to think about how the school year is like a journey. My family travels a lot, and I want to use illustrations from my recent trip to Peru to share with you my insights about teaching with technology. We all know that you need to set goals in the classroom. When you begin adding in technology, you definitely need to know what you want your class to look like as you integrate the tools into your lesson design. I knew that I wanted to see Machu Picchu, llamas, and the Uros floating islands, and those destinations became an integral part of my goal setting. In addition to goals, you also need to make a detailed plan. These ladies who live on the floating islands of Uros demonstrated the detail work that goes into creating a floating island. If you leave out one layer, your island will sink. The design of the work is important to the success of your classroom. You've got to be willing to pack up all your skills and knowledge and head into the unknown when you start integrating new technologies. You may not have everything you need, but a sense of adventure will allow you to pick up new skills as you go. When our students walk into the classroom for the first time each year, we have to start all over again with getting to know our who. Take some time to appreciate the differences in your students and plan for the variety of experiences that will meet their needs. When you start using new technology tools, you will be going outside of your comfort zone. I wanted to see an alpaca, but I had to go to an elevation of over 12,000 feet to get this photo. The altitude was uncomfortable, but I would never have seen this sight if I hadn't been willing to make that effort. With all the planning, it is sometimes hard to see the big picture. Always remember to step back and look at your classroom and students in a new way as you begin implementing new technologies. You never want to let the details get you off track from your goals. You also need to take time to look for the small details as your students engage with technology in the classroom. If you look closely, you'll see a giant hummingbird sipping nectar from a flower. Look at your students as individuals and celebrate their discoveries as they learn in your classroom. Although we need to have goals, please remember to enjoy the journey. On this journey, I was focused on my final destination of Machu Picchu, but realized getting off of the plane that the view of the Andes was making every moment memorable. The Incas started small with agriculture, but learned to scale things up by creating terraces. You can do the same thing in your classroom. Start at your comfort level with technology, but then scale up the use of technology until you have created new learning experiences for your students. As you try new activities with your students, you're going to make some mistakes. This is my water bottle after descending from over 12,000 feet back to sea level. The problems I had with the altitude change taught me a few things about preparing for the next trip that I take to the mountains. I'll be better prepared next time so that my body doesn't feel like this. Creating project-based work for students is going to force you to be flexible. Some ideas won't always work out the way that you had planned, but you will learn how to make things better the next time. A little repair job and you'll be on your way again. Keep in mind that you are always moving forward. The switchbacks on the bus ride to Machu Picchu were annoying because I would catch a glimpse of the destination and then the view would fade away. We need to realize that we're still making progress even when we have setbacks. Sometimes we continue to use technology in the same way that we've always used it. On this hike, I had to walk for another hour up the Inca Trail to get to the Sun Gate for another view of Machu Picchu. The hike was difficult, but I was thankful that we took the extra time to try something different. At the Sun Gate, I had a completely different view of Machu Picchu. It was worth the effort to make this new perspective happen, and I'm glad that we took the extra time and effort to make it this far. There were other mountains to climb for additional views, but this was a great start for me. It's a little scary using technology with students who may know more than you do. Don't worry about failing. You need to be bold and go for it. Realize that you will always be learning, and every failure brings you closer to success. At the Chocolate Museum in Cusco, I learned the process of making chocolate from roasting the beans to adding the flavors. We were encouraged to include all types of ingredients in our chocolates. Salt and chili don't sound like the best mix with chocolate, but they made amazing chocolates. You just have to experiment to get the right flavor. On any journey, I enjoy meeting new people and sharing experiences. I always learn new ideas from the people around me, and I definitely have new journeys planned now based on the conversations that I had with my fellow travelers. Stay connected with your colleagues in a professional learning community. This is one of my favorite quotes about the importance of being part of a professional learning community. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Henry Ford. As you continue to grow, keep in mind that you will always be learning. A favorite YouTube video called How to Peel a Banana Like a Monkey showed me that we have to think outside of the box as we begin using new technology tools in the classroom. Look at things in a different way and you will discover how much better things can be in your classroom. Enjoy the journey.